difference between parenting here in abroad and parenting back home, especially where I came from in Nigeria, what I have observed, what I have found out, and I'm going to mention the one that I have see, the one I have encountered, the one that I have witnessed. So if this is a video you want to know the difference between how to parent abroad and how to parent back home, welcome back again to my space. If today is the first day you are seeing my face, my name is Charity, and here I discuss about parenting and my experience being an African mom abroad. In abroad where I am, the number one thing I found out that like in our side in Nigeria where I'm coming from, if a child wakes up in the morning, we are expecting that child to go to his or her parents to say, "Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma." They are the one that's supposed to greet their parents first. But here, they don't take it as anything. Like, they don't value if their child is one that greet them first. So even they prefer even to go to their children to greet them first. They don't take it as anything. But if it's in Nigeria, your child wakes up and the child didn't greet you, inside you know that that child is seeing you as a parent. But here they don't see it that way. Second thing I discover here, the difference between parenting here abroad and parenting back home is the way of their discipline. Like back home, we know that anytime maybe a child do something that is wrong behavior or behave in a way that is unpleasant, the next thing you hear is bosom, or the mother will spank that child heavily. But here is not like that. They believe like when a child do something, or when instead of you spanking the child or punishing the child, they believe in punishing, but they don't believe in spanking a child. So instead of what they do is to sit that child down, talk to the child, and maybe take something that is so, let me say, like what that child likes so much, or something that mean a lot to that child, maybe like a phone, or maybe to separate the child from the siblings. They can go to the child room and lock the child up just for a moment, or that kind of, just to punish the child, just to let the child know that what he or she did was not good or is not good. And it's not so in our side, because where do you see one room? How many rooms is the couples are living there? Talk more of going to close one child in his room or in her room. So it wasn't like that here. So the way of their punishing, the way of their discipline when a child do something is different from the way it is back home. Another thing I find out here is that parenting here, like the way of their school system, is not the same back home. If you have a child, if that child is a year, you can just put the child in a pre-nursery, but here they do everything according to age. Yes, you cannot leave your age. Let me say, like you were born in December, and people that are supposed to start school from the people that they born January, maybe the people that will clock 3 years in January, and it remained for you like let me say 2 months to clock that 3 years, or 3 months to clock that 3 years. If you don't reach that, they will not allow you, no matter what. They will, even if you are big, they will not allow you. You must follow the rules. You must follow your mates to enter the school. But back home is just what we desire, what we want, the way we want our children to do. We just put them in the school like that. Parenting here in abroad and parenting back home are very big different. Like back home, I find out that if you are working on the way and your child misbehave, sometimes what you see, what you hear the parents do to that child, they can spark that child openly, but here you cannot do that. If you do that and they see you, you are putting yourself into problem. So it's not allowed. They prefer to, when a child do something that is not good, they prefer that you sit that child down, or you talk sense into the child's mind. And also another thing I found out parenting here is that all the children, like in the classroom, they want all the children to participate. And if a child is in a big class, let me say like there are 30 students with one teacher, or 30 students with two teachers, and you know that some children, their IQ are not that so high with other children. So what they do is that they will call you, the parents, and recommend that you put that child in a small class, maybe where they can be like 13 students and the two teachers, so that the child can be free to ask questions and somebody can attend, really pay attention to that child. Not like back home where we jam packed like children, maybe 30, 40, 50 with two teachers, and the child cannot be able to ask questions. When a teacher will just, if the teacher just teach something and ask question and say, do you people understand? Everybody say yes sir, whether you understand and you don't understand. Here they will observe your child and they will see if the child is not following very well. They prefer to advise you, the parents, to put that child in a small class so that the child will also learn. Because you know, in this life, every child is very unique, every child is so precious, and they value every child and they want to bring out the best from that child. And this is the reason why they make it like, if they saw that a child is struggling, like the child is not following, you know, there's some children that when you are teaching them, they pick what you teach them fast. But other children is not so. There's other children, they have to explain before it will now enter. So when this kind of a thing is happening, they prefer that child have to be put in a small class so that he or she will be attended to, and also he will perform very, very well. And I really love it so much. I really love it. Thank you so much for coming my way. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.